On the morning of April 2nd, 1996, David was awoken by his alarm set to Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman, upon which he heard that his friend, attorney, and civil rights advocate Haywood Burns had passed. As David puts it, this was a poem that had to be written.
In Haywood Burns, a guiding light. Tonight my thoughts are lost to find where sound of sleep precedes alarm, where speed of light gives call to rise, to tuning in on turning on, where time returns to station, of Amy's voice to learn. This morning I awakened to name of Haywood Burns. This very special brother's name was all I heard before I walked, the first turn of the shower, to company of thoughts, of moments shared of all too few, of joining hands and meeting eyes, of brilliance of enlightened view, of need to reconnect with universal brother, of people's due respect. At second turn the water stilled, the news ran deep to turning tide. The hands of time were lost to dry, the currents of Mandela's eyes. The wishful thoughts to reconnect on salt of earth returned, on wake-up call to morning of brother Haywood Burns. A sudden blow, a loss of wind, a triggering a deep within, a primal cry, defiance, refusing to accept the circling of planets on Haywood's star to set. A true example of intent, of love for life and motherland, of sharing freedom's meaning, of justice and defense, of grace to voice when here to lend, of higher elements. In nature's laws, the heavens brief, of true respect for equal rights, of legacy of slavery, of human greed and darkest night. In Haywood Burns, a guiding light for all whose blood runs red, a lifeline to a conscience, a path to common thread. With native land and wounded knee, with march of time and people's poor, with Attica and prison bars, with Martin's cry to open door, with Angela and Malcolm, with nail in young Lord's hand, with Jim Crow called to answer for footprints in the sand, with legacy of civil rights, a gift of sacrifice to all, with Vietnam and higher call to study war no more, with sovereign rights of nations and human rights at bay, with Cuba's cry for freedom and rainbow views blockade. Lost are the words in search to find amazing grace of caring soul. Wretched the climb that tramples and holds all others less, that fails to grasp redemption's song in time to pass its tests. Good brother Haywood Burns, we stand on shoulders of your acts and deeds. You brushed our lives with golden strokes. No longer blind, we see a masterpiece of giving, of living up to creed, a dean of law for rights of all, of constitution tuned to higher definition and harmony of blues. Though many nights have since gone by, my thoughts still search for lost to find, a joy and pain where all life forms, an image in between the lines, a hands of time where words express a middle passing ocean's depth, an endless climb to mountaintop of all ancestral flock, where Africa is cradle to Haywood's spirit rock.